Hello learners, we are back again. How are you doing? I hope you are doing well. Okay, I'm welcoming you once again to this edition. As you know, today we are having mathematics lesson. Last time we have learned a lot in mathematics and the topic was fractions. And about fraction, you have said that we can add up 3 fractions. We can also subtract 3 fractions. We went ahead and used the ideas in solving word problems involving subtraction of fractions and then addition of what? Fractions. You did very well to be following me up to this level. Today we shall continue with our fractions, but this time around we are going to learn how to multiply a whole number by a fraction or a fraction by a whole number. So today's lesson will be multiplication of whole number by a fraction and then multiplication of fraction by a whole number. At the end of the lesson, you identify that multiplying a whole number by a fraction is the same as multiplying a fraction by a whole number. So quickly, let's look at the rules or the method we are going to use today to arrive or to get answers to our questions. Look at the first thing we are going to do. We are going to multiply a whole number by a fraction. So multiplication of a whole number by a fraction. To multiply a whole number by a fraction or a fraction by a whole number, one must multiply the whole number by the numerator of the fraction and keep the denominator. So we shall multiply our whole number that they will be given us to multiply with a fraction. Then we only use the numerator of the fraction. Okay, at the end of the day we shall keep our denominator. If you finish, you check whether the fraction we have gotten can be simplified. If it can be simplified, therefore go ahead and simplify it and get the simplest form. Thank you very much. So these are the steps involved in today's activities. Let's look at activity 1 so that we will know how to practice or use this idea. Okay, find the product of 9 and 2 out of 3. This means we should multiply 9 by 2 out of 3. Without wasting time, let's look at the solution of this question. So you are to do 9 times 3 times 2 out of 3. Is it not so? According to the rule, they said we should multiply only the whole number by the numerator. So we are not touching the denominator. Okay, so let's see what it will give us. The next line will be 9 times 2 over what? 3. Then you see that at the top, or our numerator will become 18, and then the denominator is still 3. So you ask yourself, will I leave my answer like this? It will not be possible because 18 is a multiple of what? 3, meaning 3 can go into 18, meaning we can simplify. So if I should simplify this by 3, I will get 6, and this by 3, I will get what? 1. Therefore, I have 6 as my answer. So when you finish, you need to conclude by saying, so 9 times 2 out of 3 is equal to 6. Okay, we have another method that we can use here. We have another method This is the same as multiplying 2 out of 3 by 9. Okay, so what do we do? Whenever you see it like this, we say we should multiply only the numerators. Is it not so? The numerator and the whole number. This is the whole number and this is the numerator. Okay, so what do we do? We shall do 2 times 9 out of 3. It is giving us 18. Out of 3 will give us what? 6. The same answer. That's why we said that when we are multiplying a number, a whole number by a fraction, it is the same as multiply the fraction by a whole number. Okay, very good. Now I want to show you another way of solving this particular question. Look at this. Our question is 9 times 2/3 or 2 out of 3. Now ask yourself, the 9 over here and the 9 and the 3 over here. Before that, you can still do your multiplication. You can write it like the 2 times 9 over 3. You can simplify before doing your work. Okay, then you ask yourself, 9, can 9 go in, can 3 here, the denominator, go into 9, or can a number simplify the 9 at the same time simplify the 3? Yes, we can see that 3 can go into 9 3 times and 3 can go into 3 once. Is it not so? So for that matter, I'm having what? I'm having 3 times 2 over 1. What will I get? I will get 6 over 1. We all know that 6 over 1 is the same as 6. Then you what? You conclude your work by saying so, or therefore 9 times 3 out of 2 will give us what? 6. Okay, will give us 6. That is it. That's your final conclusion. Class, I hope you are following this method that I have shown you, the one that you have done right now over here, by simplifying before doing the multiplication, can be used if the number is huge. If the number is huge, please use this method so that at the end of the day you will not get a big answer for you to be simplifying or doing long division. Thank you for your attention. Okay, so this is exactly what we just did. Okay, this is what we just did, and I told you that we can also write 2 out of 9. No, it's 2 out of 3. Okay, 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. This one is 2 out of 3. The beginning there. Okay, 2 out of 3 times 9. Okay, so that is it. Now we can move to the next level. Now, do you know that we can also multiply a mixed fraction and a whole number? If you know it, that's good. So multiplication of mixed fractions and a whole number. To do this, convert the mixed fraction into an improper fraction. Then what do you do? Then you do what we did right now. Multiply the numerator of the improper fraction by the whole number. Write the resulting fraction as mixed fraction in simplest form. Okay, if you finish, if your since it's improper fraction, write it back into what? Mixed fraction and simplify it. That's exactly what we are going to do. So watch out. Look at activity 2. Multiply and write your answer as a mixed fraction in simplest form. Look at the question. 2 whole number 1 out of 3, okay, times 7. 2 whole number 1 out of 3 times 7. Okay, so what do we do? The first thing is to convert to change the mixed fraction into improper fraction. We are having 2 whole number 1 out of 3 times 7. So we have said that you must simplify this, what we call a mixed fraction. Is it not so? So you must simplify it in you must what? Convert it or change it into improper fraction. So we are having to change it. We will multiply 2 by 3. We will multiply 2 by 3, this 2 and this 3. Okay, so and then add it to the numerator at the top there, which is 1 all over 3. Then you still multiply by the 7. That 7 was in the question already. Okay, so from here you must continue. 2 times 6, 2 times 3 giving us 6 plus what? 1 plus 1 over 3. Then our multiplication will also still be there. So now what do we get? 7 over 3 times 7. Is it not so? Very good. So from here, what do we do? We have gotten a fraction and a whole number. A fraction multiplied by a whole number. So we have learned how to do that thing right now. We said that we should multiply the top, the numerator and the whole number. So for that matter, we shall do 7 times 7 all over 3. Are you there? Very good. So what do we get? 49 over 3. Very good. So from there, you see that this answer we got is improper fraction. Therefore, we must change it into mixed fraction. Are you okay? You must change it into mixed fraction. Then you need to do long division as we always do. 49 divided by 3. Let's take 4. 4 divided by 3 will give me what? Ask yourself, how many times will 3 go into 4? Somebody is saying once. That's good. 1 times 3 is what? 3. So when you subtract, what do you get? 1. Then you drop the other 9. What do you have now? 19. So how many times do you think 3 can go into 19? Do it. 3, 1, 3. 3, 2, 6. How many times do you think we can get? If your answer is 6, that's good. 6 times 3 will give us what? 18. Very good. 6 times 3 will give us 18. So after the subtraction, we are getting 1. That is our remainder. So now we are having a whole number 3. Our whole number is 16, and then the remainder is 1. Meaning that we are going to divide the 1 by 3. Is it not so? So after that, you write our final answer. So we say that 49 out of 3 is the same as 16 whole number 1 over 3. 16 whole number 1 over 3. Okay, that is our final answer. Okay, 16 whole number 1 over 3. When you finish, conclude your work by saying that therefore or so 2 whole number 1 out of 3 times 7 is 16 whole number 1 over 3. Well done. You have done very well to follow me from the beginning to the end of this session. Class, learners, I wish you all the best. Stay home, listen to your parents, wash your hand, cover your nose. Do not go out without the permission of your parents. Listen to your parents, very important. Follow the protocols so that you all stay safe. Why am I saying all this thing? It is all because Corona is real. Goodbye. See you next week.